Hello. Sorry, we have had.
There's nobody here.
I know there's no one here right now, but we have had a lot of technical problems with that. Sorry, we blame YouTube. Let us know if you have found the post. I know some people.
Is that your new name, YouTube?
Yes, exactly. Sorry, we do apologise. We have no idea what was going on wrong, but the streams were just breaking. So I don't know if it was us or YouTube, but welcome.
We're going to just talk and riff a little bit at the beginning while other people join us, because we know there were some other people waiting.
Hello, Birmingham.
On the other one trying to join us, and then for whatever reason we've encountered problems, and so we'll just let everyone come back.
Yeah, which we are seeing now. People are starting to come back in, which is brilliant. We apologise. We have no idea what was the problem with that.
It's a real shame. Obviously, YouTube broke because we hit our highest ever numbers. We were in the thousands on our last stream.
I know. What do you need today? Good question. Right, you need 2 items to run around.
We are using some shoes.
We're just using some of my fabulous shoes. You need 2 tennis balls and a racket. Okay. Again, we'll just wait another couple of seconds, just because quite a few people were on the previous stream, which ended abruptly. So apologies for that. So I repeat, 2 floor items, 2 tennis balls, and a racket. Hello, order. Hello. Okay, so the first, what items do we need first?
So for the first activity, what you'll need are the 2 floor items. So I'll give one of these to Scott. Scott's going to put it down over the side.
I'm going to put the
I'm going to do the same
laces inside.
So we're going to put these on different sides of the room, and what you're going to do is start behind one of them. And what we're going to do is a very specific type of footwork here. We're going to do a crossover step. So I'm going to use my foot that's just behind this shoe, and it's going to come in front of my other leg, like this. So I'm going to go all the way across the room with this leg constantly going in front of the other one, and I'm going to touch. Now that I come back, this leg over here will go in front, touch. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way across and touch. So my legs are always crossing over in front of the other one. It's important that they go in front. If you go behind, then it's going to end up in a really awkward little tiny step. Okay?
What steps are these called again, Joe?
Crossover steps.
Crossover steps. Fantastic.
Crossover steps.
Guess what you're doing? You're crossing over.
Indeed. One leg crosses over the other one. So it'll look like this. It'll be 30 seconds with you trying to go all the way across, touching. Okay, and how many can you do?
Joe can do it in 1 crossover step. Look at that.
I've got a very large crossover step. My recovery's pretty good on a tennis court.
The fewer steps you can do, the actual better, because that's what you want. You want efficient footwork. Hello from Marina and Savannah. Hello, hello Nina as well. Hello, Danny. Sorry about the previous YouTube thing.
We're playing a little game where you have to chase us around YouTube.
I know. Start a stream and then end it immediately.
Yep.
No. Ready. So Joe will just do one quick demo again.
So all the way across.
Crossover.
Legs crossing over. Every time I touch a shoe or whatever you're using, that will be 1.
Okay, 30 seconds starting now. So count however many times you touch your items. So it's crossover and touch. Hopefully you should always be facing us. Whatever you're watching us on, is it your TV, your laptop, your phone? Okay, and you're crossing sideways. You shouldn't actually be facing the items that you are touching. You are going sideways, because this is looking at our recovery in tennis. And stop there.
I can feel that one. Definitely out of breath here. Excuse me while I don't talk for a few seconds.
When you're recovering in tennis, you want to be facing the net, your opponent. You want to be able to see the ball, which is here. So once you've hit your shot, you want to be able to recover facing the net. Okay?
The trainers are our baseline, so you're recovering across that baseline.
Right. Can I have a little practice? So I can touch, crossover, touch. There you go, and you get into a good rhythm. We're doing crossovers for a particular reason as well, which we'll come across in a little bit. How many did you get again, Joe?
23.
23. We've got some fantastic scores. 25 from Orla. Orla beat you. Well done, Orla. 22 from Jack. 12 from Nina. 12 from Aiden. 9 from Rory. Well done, guys. I couldn't read you all out there because it's quite a few. Right, I'm going to see if I can beat you.
So switch around if somebody else is having a go, or if you want to have a second go, have a second go. Your 30 seconds start Now, so you see, always, 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 Scott's legs are crossing over in front of the other one. Very important here, as Scott has alluded to a few times already. I won't repeat all of that information. So he's doing pretty well. As Scott said earlier, the fewer steps you can use really to do this, the better. Okay, you've got 6 seconds left, everybody. Hopefully Scott's getting a good score. And stop there.
Oh, 18.
Oh.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, let us know what you got. Did you beat us? Did you beat your previous score? I need to catch my breath.
It requires quite a lot of breath taking, right? So for the next activity, I will explain then. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a racket and
inhale.
Okay, and we're going to call this one stand up, sit down. So what you've got to try and do is keep the ball on your strings, and you're going to sit down on the floor so that your bum touches the floor, and then you've got to get up again.
Whoa.
Keeping that ball on your strings all the time. Bum touches the floor, get back up again. You need to stand all the way up. Whoops. You need to stand all the way up before you can sit back down again. Okay? And then get up again.
So it's good practicing your balance and practicing your strength as well, strengthen your legs.
Absolutely.
There is a regression of this because Joe demoed it very, very well without actually having to touch the floor with his hands. If you need help, okay, to do that, so you can sit down, but you can obviously use your other hand as a counterbalance when you're getting up, because it's still practicing your coordination, your balance here as well. But if you want that extra challenge, try and do it without touching the floor like I just did there. Okay. Right.
So remember, bum touch the floor and stand back up. All of that is 1. Down to the floor, back up, that's 1.
Let's see how many you can do.
And upright.
Try and do all the same method. So if you're saying you're not touching the floor, okay, for this whole thing, and you do on one of them, that doesn't count. So you've got to be consistent. 30 seconds starting now. I do this with my coffee every morning. Fantastic.
Who was that?
It was someone called the Royal Banana.
We're not entirely sure who the Royal Banana is.
Doing it incredibly well at this.
We know who it is.
This is how he does really well at the cereal box game. You know what the cereal box game is?
I've never lost.
Look at that, very good. And stop there. I'm not going to be able to beat that. Okay, what was your score?
I think 9.5.
9.5.
I was talking a little bit much though, to be honest.
Fantastic. Okay, right, let us know your scores.
There's definitely going to be some young people in there who have done quite well.
Yes, I know, I bet they are. I've hurt my knee, so I am going to have the assistance of my hand because it's yes, I'm slightly injured, so I don't know if I can. Oh, yeah, I'm not very good at that. So I'm going to be purely practicing doing it that method. Okay, right.
I've got very flexible open ankles, so I can.
I do not have very flexible ankles and I have bad knees today, so apologies.
Right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Scott?
Yeah.
And your time starts now. So stand up, bum's going to touch floor, then you get up again.
But when I get up, I'm going to use my hand.
All the way up, fully upright, and then that's 1. Okay? So how many of these can you do in 30 seconds? That's 2 for Scott there. So make sure you've sent us some scores. Oh, he's dropped it. This one doesn't count.
That does not count, that one.
So we've got to get back up to start again.
And then
when we go again. 3 seconds left, Scott. 2, 1, and stop there.
I got 2.5, I think. Not a very high score because I did drop it a few times.
I think you actually got 3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Sorry, 3.5. Okay, let us know. Let us know what method, with hand, without hands, were you able to levitate when you were doing it? Okay, next act.
Just out of curiosity, someone hurt their knee cycling yesterday. Kareen, is that you or is that Victor? Or could it be Innes or one of the other ones in your family?
I was not cycling when I did mine. Okay.
We won't tell you what Scott was doing.
No. Yeah. Okay, right. Next activity. You need 2 tennis balls. Okay, and what you are going to do, this is called 2-hand bounce down. This is what we've called this one.
It's bounce down, but using 2 hands.
So you've got to alternate okay, which ball you are bouncing down. Am I doing it correct, Joe?
Absolutely, he is doing it correct. What you can see here is Scott's legs are nice and low, okay, and he's always catching one before he throws it on.
You might make a mistake like I did, and then you just start again.
Don't try and be really clever and play basketball and slap the balls. If it would work, it would be incredible. But the reality is you're likely to drop them, waste time dropping them, and then not end up with a good score. Throw, catch, throw, catch. Okay.
It's harder than it looks.
It is harder than it looks. If you find this quite difficult, what you could do, and this Scott's going to show you the variation here, is you could catch with your palm up instead.
Ah, yes.
So you can throw down and then get your hand underneath it. So you see this, the ball falls down into Scott's hand, not comes up to grab it. Again, if this is still too difficult for you, we could get rid of a ball altogether. So I'll take one of those.
Get rid of it.
Okay, and Scott's just going to try and change hands. So he's going to throw it down with one hand and see if he can catch with the other one. Throw it down and see if he can catch. Again, if that's a bit too difficult, you could just try and do it with two hands. Okay.
Always away. Always away. Okay, right. Let's see what we do. Okay. So it's 1, 2 like that, is it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. You're going to do the timer.
I will do the timer. Are you ready at home, everybody?
You've got your nice low ready positions.
The lower you are, the better. But you've got to have your. You can't just be down here. You can't be sitting.
Someone's asked a question. Can I use a yo-yo? Yeah, give it a go. You could have 2 yo-yos on the go.
Do you know what? I reckon you'd end up with the worst score. Okay, everybody. So 30 seconds. Your time starts now. So every single one that bounces and goes back into your hand, that's go. That's a point. So 1, 2, 3. For example, Scott's obviously got a different score right now. Okay. You should end up with reasonably high scores with this one because it's quite a high scoring activity. Everything happens pretty quickly. Scott's keeping that ready position. His head is down. His head is very still. His shoulders are very still. It's all in his elbows that you see moving here. If he tries to do anything else, then there's too much going on. And it's likely for you to make an error. 2, 1, and stop there.
50 exactly. Managed to get into a good rhythm. Start off slow and then speed it up when you get more confident with it.
And we'll have a little practice go.
I wonder if Joe's going to win. Are you on Team Joe? Are you on Team Scott? Let us know. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm ready.
Ready? Second chance. You could either have a second go yourself or see if you can beat your sibling or your parent. Or
good
us.
scorecard. Whatever.
On your marks, get set, go! That's it. Joe started to go fast and he's made a mistake. There we go. So that's it. Let us know what method you're doing. So you've got to go one hand then the other. Okay. If you find it difficult to catch with your palms down, pointing down, you can do it a little bit slower and then catch, letting the ball fall into your hand as well. Okay, right. What have people got? Oh, 51 from Orla. The Birminghams are on Team Joe. And stop there. Is that the entire family?
You were right to be on Team Joe there, everybody.
The whole family is on. Is anyone on Team Scott? Come on, guys. Let me know. Yeah. I need your support.
That's a big family on Team Joe. There's like 9 children in that family.
Come on, guys. Let me know if you're on my team. Team Scott. Here we go. We have cookies on my team. Okay, right, next one.
If Scott's beaten, I wouldn't have. I got 63, everybody. Scott was trying to gloss over that because he knows he lost. 63. I made mistakes, but I was fast and I made mistakes. If I hadn't made mistakes, I think I'd have hit 105. That's a lie. It's a lie.
Okay, next activity.
Okay. So for our next activity, we're going to bring our 2 shoes back in again.
You can demo this one.
Okay. So, I haven't actually practiced this one, so this could go horribly wrong.
Carl's put okay, Team Scott. Brilliant. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Is that the whole family or just you?
It sounds like he was forced
45 from Bruno. 68 from the Brinkmans.
Oh,
79 from Kareen. Well done. That was fantastic. Kudos.
Well done.
Right. Okay, this is the next activity.
Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a figure of 8, but while we do a figure of 8, we're going to be bouncing the ball down. Okay? So we're going to go figure of 8. All the way around. The ball has to go around as well as your feet. So the ball has to go all the way around, in front and behind, before I can move again, everybody. You can't just stand there and do this.
Yeah.
This is the ball going around, but not me. We are looking for both you and the ball going around those trainers in this case.
So you need plenty of space for this one. You can't have a teeny tiny figure of 8 because you won't have enough space to go around and bounce it. So let's have your first go. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So draw that.
I'm not going to do very fast.
You'll want to do it with the ball bouncing in front of you. Okay, so you're facing us, facing YouTube. Okay, and then you're making that figure of 8. Okay, with your feet and the ball. Okay, if you're going too fast and the ball's going out of control, slow down. Okay, you don't have to start from 0 if you make a mistake. And stop there.
Super high score there. 5.
5 to beat. Right, okay.
Not 500, not 15, just 5.
I said Team Scott. Danny's Team Scott as well. Thank you very much.
Someone has to be.
There you go. So you've got to motivate the crowd.
Yeah.
Need them to get on.
Yeah. If you only pick me, Scott will stop coming.
Yeah.
It'd be really disappointing because he'll just be in his bedroom on the other side of the wall.
This will be stay-at-home tennis with Joe.
Okay.
Right, okay, I've had my practice.
Scott's had a little practice. Go right. Round number 2. If you're a different person having a go, set yourself up. If you're the first person having a second go, get ready because we are going to start in 3, 2, 1, go! It started to be really loud then. Oh, Scott is fast. Oh! Brushing himself with the ball.
Yeah, I know.
A lint roller, Scott. He's going very fast. He's going very fast. Will it amount to extra scores? Quite a long area you've got to go around. You've got less than 10 seconds left, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and stop.
Oh, 5.5.
That was
5.5.
That was actually more than me because I got to around here.
So that's 7, right? Isn't it? That's how we rounded up. We are Team Scott. The Brinkmans are Team Scott as well. Fantastic.
Right, Brinkman, do you know what this means?
Who else is Team Scott? Nina is Team Scott. Yes, thank you.
Okay, I feel like I'm being left out now. I need more fans. More fans, please.
Who got 7? 7 from Aiden, 5 from Carl.
7 from Aiden.
Someone. Oh, Kareem's just yelled, Team Joe. 6 for Jack. Well done. Some fantastic scores.
Hey, I'm a bit I feel like everybody's beating us or drawing with this.
Really
I felt like
fast
I was
feet.
going as fast as I could, and I just couldn't do more.
They're probably practicing way more than us.
Okay, right, we're going to move on to our skill of the day today. So our skill of the day is actually going to be ground strokes, but specifically we're looking at your recovery footwork today.
Oh, there is one item we actually forgot to mention that you will need. You'll need a towel today as well.
Yes.
So if you can treat this as a little drinks break, run and get a towel. You won't need it right yet, but you may need a tea towel at some point.
On delay.
There you go. Sorry, technical issues, and we forgot to say you need a towel as well. It's going well. It's a Monday, you can tell. Right, first activity you're going to do. Yes, you can actually use the towel as your item because you need to make a line, don't you?
You do. You could use your shoes or whatever you were using on the floor earlier, but we're going to use the towel for this one here.
Are you going to do it or am I going to do it?
You can do it.
Fantastic. So we're going to start off very, very simple activity. This is where we go crossover, isn't it?
We're going to
So I'm going to stand on one side of the item. So the item's kind of like just separating the room in two. And then I'm going to go do a crossover step, okay, and then land here. And then I'm going to push off and go crossover step back. So I'm doing very quick crossover steps.
Forgotten.
Okay, yeah. Every crossover step side to side. Okay, so that's the footwork. However, what we're going to add to that is our swing. So you can use your racket or you can just use your hand. So every time you cross over, you're going to do a ground stroke. So I go backhand, then I go crossover, forehand, crossover, backhand.
One thing that you'll notice here is that
forehand.
for every stroke, keep doing it, every stroke that Scott does, he is sideways on, he does his swing, and then he's able to turn and do that crossover step. So he's sideways on, he does his swing, and then he does his crossover step. Sideways on first, everybody. Okay, just to be extra goody. That's specific technical advice there. Make sure you're sideways on. Okay, and then do your crossover step.
So start practicing that. You can maybe just start doing the crossover first. Okay, and then as we did, add the shot. So I go side on, forehand. Okay, and then I push off, cross over the line. Side on, backhand, cross over the line. Okay? We're going to see how many of those you can do in 30 seconds. And I'm going to get Joe to do it first.
Okay, right, just to confirm, Scott, for everybody at home, are we counting when we've done both, or are we counting every single time we go across?
Every time we cross the line is 1. Okay? Because we're looking at the recovery. So you do your swing, then you go across. That's 1 for Joe. Then that's 2 for Joe. You've got to make sure that you're going across that line with that crossover step.
See, I'm always using the leg that's furthest away from the line to cross over. So now I'll use my right leg, the one furthest away from the line, to cross over.
We're using a towel because then you don't really have to like do a big step over it because it's obviously, you know, floor height. It's nice and easy. Okay, right, 30 seconds.
I recommend you stand here, Scott.
Am I going to guess?
Yeah,
okay, I'll stand behind Joe. On your marks, get set, go! Crossover and hit. Okay, you can use your racket, you can use your hands, you could use your towel if you're not using it as your crossover item. So you've got to get sideways on and hit and then do that crossover step. When you're crossing over the item, make sure you are facing us. When you are doing your ground stroke, you are to the side. So we are not doing ground strokes facing facing us, essentially, which is what we've seen before. And time's up. How many crossovers did you do?
19.
19. That's a good score. Let us know your scores. Let me do a quick practice. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, Joe's flat against the wall.
Give Scott as much space as I can possibly give him.
17 from Daniel, 20 from Kareem. Well done. Was that Kareem or was that Victor? We need to know the names.
Yeah. we didn't look earlier on. After asking the question, I didn't look again. So
right, I'm ready. I'm starting in my forehand.
Okay, are we ready? Ready at home, everybody? Oh, they're not ready yet.
They're not ready. Not quite ready.
Ready? Yeah, they're ready. Okay, your 30 seconds starts now.
So swing. Oh, I did an open stance one there. I need to correct it. There we go.
Here we go. I was going to call Scott on it himself there. He did his crossover step and he found himself with his legs open like this when he did his swing. That doesn't count. We asked everybody to make sure you were side on when you did your swing. It's an extra step, but there's a lot of good beneficial reasons for doing it in a tennis court. There are times you won't be able to. That's absolutely okay. 2, 1, and stop there.
14. There we go. How many did you get?
19.
19. Oh, I wasn't quite. I was going for style on that one. I was going for, fantastic style as I was going across the court. Okay, next one is
winning score.
So, right, this is where we need the towel. Okay, so we need a towel and we need an item. So,
Right, Scott, put those down.
The item is where he's going to recover to. So Joe's going to start there. Okay. Oh, what scores have we got, Joe?
Someone's forehand keeps going in the net.
Okay, right. If there is 2 of you, okay, one of you will be holding the towel, and the towel is like your target, what you're going to be hitting. We'll show you the drill. Okay, so Joe is going to run to me. He's going to go sideways on, hit the towel, make it do a loop-the-loop. Then he does his crossover step to get back, okay, beyond that other item. That's his recovery item. So he runs. This is us simulating you hitting a forehand. He runs, hit his forehand, and then he crosses over. If you can do it in just one big step like that, so you're super fast, that's going to be awesome, okay? It's good practice for quick recovery.
What do we do when we get back there, Scott?
Once we get back there, yes, we want to see you do a split step. So this one is called move, hit, crossover, and split. Okay, it rhymes. Move, hit, crossover, split. Look at that. It's almost as if we think this through. That's it. Okay, because what Joe's going to do there, so he hasn't even got a thing to hit then. Okay, is once he comes back, he does a split step, so he's ready to move again. If you don't have a towel, you can use a racket cover to add some resistance to your racket. Okay, you can still do this exact same drill on your own. Let's see how many times you can hit and get back to the middle in 30 seconds.
Okay, make sure every time you connect that split step that I did. So I got back my split step and then I went straight into my move again. I didn't just split step and wait. It was split step, move. Move, hit, crossover, split. Move, hit, crossover, split.
You can say that as you're doing it. Okay, I would love some videos of these to see you, practicing your forehand and backhands with the towel. This is the forehand drill. We will do it on the backhand in a sec. 30 seconds starting now. So move, hit, crossover, split. Move, hit, crossover, split. Once you do that whole sequence, that counts as 1. So it doesn't count unless you get back. Move, hit, crossover, split. That's it. Joe's getting into a rhythm now. So he faces me as he runs, then he faces the laptop as he recovers. That's the sequence we want. And stop there. Oh, I'll count that one.
10. That got me to 10 then.
Fantastic. Can I have a little practice?
No.
Let us know your scores. So it's move, hit, crossover, split. Move, hit, crossover, split. There you go, look at that. Majestic, as always. Okay, right. You're going to do the timer.
I'll do the timer. Right, you ready, everybody? Your time starts when I put the timer ready. That would be now. And he's back again for that split step before he takes off again. If I was being a really picky coach here and being Scott's coach, I'd ask him to increase the size of his crossover step slightly. It's a very reserved step. That was better. He covered more ground with that crossover step there. So in a tennis match, he's going to get back to the middle that little bit quicker. 3 seconds. And stop there.
9.5. There we go. Yeah, that's something I tend to do small steps. It's much more efficient to get back really efficiently with one big crossover.
As long as you don't jump off the floor. So you want to try and stay low all the time. You're trying to move and stay nice and low.
Guess what we're going to do next? Backhands. So we need to move the items over.
Just change them around. Look at she on this side now.
Joe's going to do the same demo, but on the backhand side. So he moves, splits. No, he doesn't. He moves, hits, crossover, splits. There we go. Move, hit, crossover, split. Fantastic. So start practicing. This is not part of your 30-second challenge. We'll let you set up. You can watch Joe as the demonstrator. So he's pointing, he's facing the front, now he's facing me. Faces the front, now he's facing me. Yeah? So, there you go. I'm getting tired, you see. So then I get a better score.
Yeah, feel that one.
So let's try this on the backhand side now, guys. Okay, let's see if you can beat your forehand score. Okay, you all know what you got on your forehands. Let's see if you can beat your forehand score on the backhands. On your marks, get set, go! Move, hit, crossover, split. That's it. See, let's see big crossover steps. Okay, let's be nice and athletic. You're trying to get back as quickly as you can. Imagine you're playing an opponent, okay, and they can get back to the middle super fast. It would be so annoying because you wouldn't feel like you could put them under any pressure whatsoever. This is what we're practicing for when we get back on the court. Okay, you're going to be the quickest recoverers ever. And stop there.
Took that away.
How many did you get?
9 that time.
Didn't you get 9 last time?
I got 10 last time.
Oh, right.
I gave it right at the end to make it around 10.
Ah, right. Okay, right. Ready.
Okay, so round 2. Everybody's ready.
Ed, you can do better than that.
What did you get?
No, it's all right.
Was that 1?
Yeah.
I thought I saw a 1 there. I wasn't sure. Right, everybody, round 2 starts now.
Right, I'm going to beat my... What did I get? I can't remember.
You got 9.5 technically last time. Okay. He's going. The size of his step is a little bit better. That was a good one there. He was a little bit further away. He did a good job of pushing all the way back for that one. So he's got always split stepping there, and he uses that to help him push off for the shot. And stop there.
9.5 again.
Consistent, Scott. Well done.
Very consistent. I'm very consistent. Let us know your score. Did you improve? Did you have a better forehand recovery or a better backhand recovery? Okay, right. I need to get my breath back.
We have finished our skill. We're going to move on to our competition of the week. So last week we were doing a different competition. We introduced it 2 weeks ago. To this week's competition is going to be our pendulum kick. So we actually did this as an ABC a couple of weeks ago. But it was an exercise that Scott and I were not particularly good at. So we're quite keen to improve it. If we think if we're not very good at it, hopefully some people at home will have struggled as well, and they can do a bit better too. Right. Pendulum kick looks like this. Ball on the floor, and what we're going to do is just gently kick it between our feet. Okay, so it's as many of these as you can do. Oops. We've got sponge balls here, so sometimes we stand on them.
Just a disclaimer, it's very difficult to do this with sponge balls. Harder balls, if you've got harder balls, this is the time to use them. Okay, if you're using sponge balls also at home, it's quite difficult. You've got to be very, very light on your feet.
We don't have any sensation of hitting the ball, so sometimes you accidentally just wallop it too hard. So that's why Scott and I tend to go on the really, really soft side here. So hopefully you have a little go. It's just moving the ball between your feet. Okay, trying to keep it there all the time, not just letting it go miles away. You're going to struggle. You have a low score if you do that.
You've got to do that for 30 seconds, and every time you kick the ball to the side, that counts as 1. You're going to see how many you can do in those 30 seconds. And we're going to do it every day this week, and hopefully by Friday, you've absolutely destroyed the score you got on Monday.
Do you know what my approach today is going to be? I'm going to absolutely leather it this time and see what I can get this time.
Yeah.
So I've really got to work hard every other day this week. I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to try and take it easy this time so I can beat myself. I'm going to absolutely go for it. So I know if I beat it, I've done the best I can.
Let's see those ready positions. On your marks, get set, and go! And stop there.
I swung 3 times and missed
all
it.
All over the place. Right, I got 48.
Stu, I thought you were doing as better than me.
No,
I got 59.
No, I went quite slow at one point because I nearly tread on the ball. Okay, let us know your scores. Try and remember your scores if you're doing this every day this week, because then it's good to see your progress. And you know, if you found it difficult, give it a practice. All these activities you can do. You can practice outside. Doesn't have to be live. These are all recorded on YouTube, so you can always look back.
Got some scores rolling in. 42 from Daniel, 24 from Orla, Carl 68, Marina 58. Goodness, wow, very good scores there.
Fantastic.
Bruno 64. Not surprised you beat me. 11 from Dad. Ed,
well done.
Are you doing this with your head? Come on.
Okay, right, so super fast recap because we're a bit over time.
Okay, we started off with our crossover step where we go all the way across and practicing that crossing over before we touched.
Then we did the bouncing exercise, which I wasn't very good at, where you were having to sit down, holding a racket and tennis ball.
Then we did our coordination exercise where we were trying to alternate bouncing the balls down with our hands.
Followed by our bouncing down figure of 8.
We moved on to our crossing over that line before we did a swing, getting used to that crossover step with a stroke to it.
Then we added our target, which was our towel. So we moved across, hit the towel, and then crossed over back. We did that.
Before we did the split step.
And
forgetting the split step, Scott.
I do.
And the split step. As I said, we did the backhand as well. Before finally we did our pendulum kicks at the end there.
So hopefully you enjoyed today's session. As always, you can buy us a coffee, which will be in a link on the description, which it actually won't be because this is a new video we just had to create very quickly. So it might not be there. Also, one of our fantastic coaches, Jake, is trying to do a world record attempt of the longest virtual rally. If you go on his Instagram page, which I'll comment on below, you can click it and try and get involved with it. I can't explain it all because I don't want to get anything wrong, but I'll put the link in below. Have a fantastic day, guys, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
We won't have any technical difficulties that time. YouTube won't be a problem.
The problem was I clicked live too early, and then
we didn't know what to do.
It didn't know what to do. We completely panicked. Anyway, have a fantastic Monday, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
See you tomorrow.